I can think of a few reasons. I'm kidding. Ooh, next Sunday we're supposed to have a thunderstorm.
Ew. Oh, it makes
Spooky.
sense. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Oh,
it says
boy.
the stream health is good. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe it is.
Oh, oh, oh.
It's true. I
What?
can see myself moving in real time.
Yay!
Hooray. I wonder why it did that.
Someone commented!
I like how we gasped at the
I
same
know, we're
time.
both so excited.
Hello, Jimmy.
Yeah, shoutouts to Jimmy Forge, our first true fan. Please ask us a question, Jimmy, so that we may
Jimmy.
test our. Oh my god, we have another one. 8 watching out of nowhere. Maybe it's because it's like actually working now. Hello, friends. See, and Hannah here, or sorry, Hopkin Plaid here, wanted to cut you guys out 5 minutes ago.
Yes,
And I
you're
said,
here.
no, think of the fans. Think of the fans.
Oh, ooh.
Oh my god. Wait, what? You were commenting? Oh, no, you're on your other account now. Okay.
I'm gonna switch to like 5 different accounts. Just throughout this whole
Okay, shoutouts to Jimmy
process.
and Lordro.
Loud bro. Loud
Yo, this
bros.
dro is loud. Okay, I'm
Sorry, what
kidding.
if it's actually
I
his
don't
name?
assume that you're addicted to opiates. Hannah, I think you're freezing. Oh no, never mind, you're fine. Okay,
It's not cold over here.
friends, you need to tell. Hello, Danielle. Shoutouts to Danielle. Every fan that speaks or asks a question, you will be given a shoutout. My package did not come in today. Context.
Same.
Same.
Neither did mine. But I haven't ordered anything online, so
I don't think I
could
have.
be why.
The only thing I order online these days is kratom. Anybody here regularly take kratom?
People are gonna be like, "What's that? Is
I
that a
know,
new?"
and now I'm gonna get everybody hooked on it. I ordered a Black Sabbath X Supreme tea. Oh my god.
Whoa! He's not supportive.
You have to
Are
read the
you guys
comment.
dating?
Danielle Baloise says, okay, so I'm pregnant, have mental illnesses. The father of my child is not supportive. Okay, well, I feel like we should narrow down on one of those topics, because, oh, I've dealt with suicidal ideation and intent for a very long time. Have you ever gone to therapy or anything like that? Or are you trying to deal with this all on your own?
How old are you, Danielle? Unless you don't want to disclose on the internet, which I could
Yes,
understand.
tell us more. We would love to hear more of a context to your situation.
It sounds like a difficult situation.
Goes without saying, yeah. Sorry, Jimmy, that we didn't acknowledge your order not coming in, but Danielle's issues.
That's awesome, though. I love Supreme, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Stay with us, Danielle. We're here to help. We just want to hear more so that we may give appropriate feedback.
That
Or
came off
advice.
right. But I'm not saying anything.
Just a apology to if Hannah, because I'm streaming on my computer with this Skype call, so if Hopkin here cuts
I'm
out,
so
it's because her internet is kind of sketchy at times.
Oh, that's suck. Do you
If
think it
that's
got like delivered to the wrong house then?
yeah, that's a possibility. If you have the tracking code, you should send a screenshot of it that it said it was delivered, and then send that to the actual distributor. And they will very likely send you a free t-shirt, because that has happened to me before. Actually, I got my money back for it, but then it just turns out it was like super delayed, so I got the t-shirt eventually.
I don't think that that's a stupid spend of time, Danielle. I think that that's actually really cool.
Particularly on YouTube. Is it on that specific channel? Like, we could check out some of your
Yeah,
stuff
you
or
actually have
promote
a
it.
channel.
I mean, I can pull it up here.
Well, what if she doesn't want it shown to the world?
Well, then I will not expose her. Unless, of course, she wishes. There's hope and faith in myself, and I can only see in the darkness of the world, and then I want to die. Yeah, I mean, that happens to me a lot. I feel like some days I wake up not having any faith in humanity, and then it's really hard to kind of push myself into the world. But the truth of the matter is that there is a lot of good in humanity, and it's just really hard to find. But when you do find it, it's worth hanging on to, I suppose. I think that yeah, the world it's inevitably pretty shitty, and there are lots of people who are selfish and lost, but I think that it's definitely worth not killing yourself, because that only eliminates the opportunity for things to get any better. And the pain that you feel is only really going to be transferred onto someone else, because people do care about you, whether you believe it or not. We care about you. We don't even know you.
True.
So please, don't kill yourself.
Wow, that was a convincing speech, Scott. I know you just talked for like 5 million years, and I definitely lost track of what you were saying like 6 times.
I was just telling Danielle that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And even just like, if you're able to help a handful of people in your life, then you've made a difference. Like, even if you help one person, like, your life is not meaningless. That's just my opinion, though, of course. Hopkin here is a lot more cynical when it comes to life. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, not even true. It's actually switched between us.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird hearing me giving these hope-inspiring speeches when deep down inside oh, we have another comment. I don't know how to keep moving forward when the people I try to get to have more empathy just callously shut down and spew hate heavens. Makes me horrified that this is the world my baby will be born into. Now that's definitely a concern I've always had with having kids.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't know, sometimes I think it's selfish, almost, in a way. It's just this twisted thinking that, like, just because you're hurting, it's like, you don't want to ever have a kid feel the same way. But it's like, it's just kind of inevitable. That's just the nature of life. I cry all day sometimes, the days where all I'm trying to do is be okay. Scare me and dream me.
I mean, if that is actually how you feel, and I'm sure it is, it's pretty impressive that you've made it this far.
Yeah, major props.
Yeah?
Was that your mom?
Yeah.
Was she
but
like, who are you talking to?
No,
Oh, okay.
she's so mean.
That's a legitimate concern. I mean, I can't even, like, I feel like I don't even have, like, a place to give feedback because I'll never be in that situation. And I never have been in anything close to that situation, so it's kind of like, I really can only sympathize, I guess.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Sorry, kids, for the language.
He's still.
Parents, screen this for your kids.
Wait, is he still married to this person? This girlfriend? Wife, perhaps?
Does he...
Wait, she's typing.
That's why I stopped.
Does he?
We're both, like, so captivated, really.
I know, this is like.
I mean,
super...
it's good. Like, I'm happy that you're at least... You at least have some sort
telling
of outlet.
someone.
Yeah. I don't know if I can make myself any... Oh, yes I can. But then I'm kind of cutting you off. Oh wait, I can move my...
The real star of the show.
Just have me full screen. Oh wow, I did not mean to do that. You are about to be like plastered.
Boot. You're a boot to be.
Did I say that? Did I fill my Canadian stereotypes?
Yes.
About. Well, it's about time, y'all. That's how you talk.
Up. With the y'all. It's about time, y'all.
Was she still typing? Did it say my texts don't send sometimes?
Oh, weird.
Just a min. I mean, yeah, because it cut off at but he.
Oh no, Monotone.
It cut off at but he lived with me for 8 months. Ooh. Hello, Robert. Shoutouts to Robert.
Shout you.
Shout out, y'all, to Robert X.
Robert.
Guys, let me know in the. Oh my God, we have 10 watching. I told you, Hannah. All we needed was just some dedicated.
You're gonna have
fans.
an aneurysm because.
Okay. No, we have too many commenters. Okay, we all gotta slow down. We will get back to Danielle in a moment, but I want to give these other people a shot.
Yes. Thank you, Robert, and I'm glad that I could do that. I'm sorry that I changed so much, but Cobra, 1559.
I'm reading. It's deep. Oh shit. Polyamory.
Whoa,
So
polyamory.
We all know how much Hopkins loves that.
Monogamy is.
Y'all gonna play Minecraft?
We should play Minecraft.
I mean, I'm gonna put that entirely in Hannah's hands. I'm gonna keep
I
saying
love
Hannah
Minecraft.
because that's her name, but I'm sorry guys if you don't know what I'm talking about. Hopkins equals Hannah.
I actually don't have a name.
Actually was born without a name. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I was born nameless. This is me in my room.
Cobra on here. What do you guys think the purpose of life is? Throughout my years of living on this planet, I feel like the question doesn't really apply because the question is a human construct, and it doesn't necessarily like there might not even be a why. It might be more of like a how do we exist. Like there might not be an inherent reason. We just are here, and it's fucking crazy. What were the other questions? Yeah, I don't know. If the purpose of life, I think, is always going to be subjective. I don't think it's an objective truth. I think life is what you make it. I also believe that morality is subjective. How about
And
you,
then-
Hopkin?
Yeah, I was just waiting. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, I view the purpose of life very simply. Like, I'm pretty sure that we're put on this world to kind of run our course, and this is such an American thing to say, but like, you you were born, you go to school, you get a job, you vote, you be an active citizen, and I'm trying to. This is a tough question. I don't know, you pay your respects to the government, I guess. Build a family if you want. If
That is
not,
a
that's cool
very
too.
mainstream perspective and very American at that.
It's extremely American, but it
He
is.
is asking more. The comments won't stop. Okay, one sec. I have to scroll up. So yeah, Cobron, if you're still listening.
It looks like
Do you think there are other species? Yes, I feel like there are other species in the universe. I think it's selfish and ignorant of the human species to think that there isn't, because the universe is like, it's so big that we will never actually comprehend how big it is. So yes, the chances are pretty high of other species.
Scott is a Sagittarius. Can you tell? Somebody asked, "Is your real name Heaven?" Because that was my dream name.
Oh, I thought someone commented that, Scott. We have 14. Oh my god. Aren't you glad we stuck around, Hannah?
Okay, 2 minutes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I just wanted to finish. I hate just ignoring people. So, Cobron, I personally do not have any religious beliefs. I was raised in a Catholic households, and throughout the years of my own self-discovery, I consider myself an agnostic atheist. How about you, Hopkin?
I mean, complicated question, especially like being part of any kind of recovery or sobriety group. Religion is often a really big part of it, and it's hard to find, I guess, recovery groups that don't use that as like their main. God, what's a good way to say this? Main platform, I guess. It's like what holds the entire program together. And so, of course, I believe in some kind of higher power. And I definitely think that everyone is entitled to believe in what they believe in, but I mean, I have prayed, I have meditated, I've dabbled, I've been an atheist. I don't currently consider myself an atheist. I do lean a little bit towards Christianity right now. But that's just kind of where I am right now.
I was looking for your necklace and you took it off. I was gonna be like,
No,
that's
I
why
didn't
you've
take
been
it off.
wearing it.
This cross.
There you go. The truth is revealed. There's a meaning behind it. Okay, I feel like we...
Heaven is such a pretty name. I'm actually jealous because I want it.
Did you say what my... Yeah, you said mine.
Yes, I outed you as a Sagittarius.
I thought this was a Minecraft live stream. I don't know if he's trolling. Do we have our first troll?
I think it's actually serious. I would love to make it a Minecraft live stream, but
Apparently, you actually own the game, whereas I do not.
Yeah, heck yeah, I own Minecraft. Minecraft is fun.
I hold no attachment or responsibility to Hannah's opinions of
He said I'm
Minecraft.
serious.
We aren't laughing at you, we're laughing with you. Assuming you're laughing. Get laughing, damn it. Yeah, okay, Cobron. Actually, Danielle, I didn't mean to, like, shut off your contributions. Jimmy, we love you. Shoutouts to Jimmy.
I'm not laughing. Sorry.
Yeah, Cobe, I mean, to be honest, I think trying to figure out the meaning of life is it's not possible from to be a human and have that like the more you think about that and think about that idea, the more you're going to drive yourself insane because you'll never figure it out. So just try to be good to others, and that's really my life philosophy. Don't be an asshole. Like, if you treat people like it's so cliche, but just do unto others. Like, if you don't want to be treated poorly, then don't treat other people poorly. I don't necessarily believe in karma, but like, it's kind of like
You don't?
I believe in karma in a very like realistic way. I don't think there's like the some like magic floating around that like I don't know, like gets back at people if they're like assholes, but I just think that like generally in life if you constantly spew out negativity then you're bound to receive it because that's kind of the life that you've created for yourself. You know? I don't know, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, but I feel like at the same time, people don't try to always spew out negativity or surround themselves with negativity. I think it just kind of happens. But that is just me.
What do you mean kind of happens?
Like if you grow up in a more hectic household, you can't control your surroundings or what's around you. I agree with Robert. Karma definitely exists, in my opinion.
No, that's fine. I accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I
who almost sounds
accept that.
Scottish? Me? I would assume you're talking about.
Probably you.
I'm Canadian. I'm Scottish Canadian, though I never grew up with like anyone speaking. That was some deep I have a tendency to go deeper than that's what she said. I have a tendency to go deeper than people intend, but that's just my mind. How immature, Hannah. Like, get
That's
out.
terrible.
Yeah,
Mm.
if you guys haven't subscribed, do this because, like, I personally want to keep doing this and hopefully give some feedback to whatever.
I don't. I would
Yeah,
rather
turning
not.
O's
No.
into ooze. Who's, I don't know. It's unconscious. Like, I.
Cues?
Well,
Well, it's
Hannah.
just what sounds normal to you.
Yeah. Well, no, you said, I think, before, like, when we first started talking. You're like, you don't sound as Canadian as the rest of your friends. Or it was like Dan or something. You're like, Dan sounds like super Canadian, and you just sound kind of Canadian. I
Possibly
don't know
true.
if you remember that, but I think that's what you said. And I was like, what?
I probably did say something like that.
Anyway. Yeah, guys, keep asking questions. Oh, share this on your social media. Just kidding. But if you want to, then do it, because
Just kidding. But I mean, if you want to, we won't stop you.
we're having a party here because we have no lives, so we're partying on the internet.
It's lit. It is lit.
It's lit, fam.
That was good. Why didn't you open my Facebook message of the ghetto meme?
Because I'm currently focusing my attention elsewhere. But I will look at that now. guys, if you're still watching, give us a topic that we can go on about. We actually wrote down some ideas. We can do story times featuring drugs, first times, with anything really. We could talk about mental health, anxiety slash depression. We can talk about addiction. Well, Hannah can, because I've never been addicted to anything. At least I wouldn't admit to. Like maybe alcohol at one point, but I felt like that was more of a decision. Experiences with school or friends, childhood experiences, worries about the future, or we can talk about relationships.
Yeah.
As
Or
fun
if
as
you want
that'll be.
advice. As fun as that'll be, yeah.
You can talk about me if y'all. Man, Jimmy. He's the number one fan. Hannah, address our darling heaven here.
So I got like super psyched to talk about politics because I care extremely deeply about them. Really American politics, to be honest. And I really like to do my research on both Republicans and Democrats. And I just ended up becoming super busy because I'm at two separate schools right now. And I ended up being super busy, and it seemed like a lot of people really didn't want it. And so I just kind of accepted that, and I didn't have the time to make anything on anything, anyways. Um, so I just kind of gave up on that idea. And it also seemed like other people were doing that too, and they had better camera equipment, better editing equipment. Um, so that's why I kind of shied away from it. But hopefully, throughout this, we can talk about that, whether it's here or in the future. But I'm definitely still interested, and I like to talk about it. So hopefully, that wasn't too long of a explanation.
There's no limit. You're allowed to rant. This is your channel, damn it. Well,
Our channel.
our channel. These are your fans, rather.
You should put your music in the bottom or your ramblings, whatever.
Yeah, maybe later. Right now, I don't really. We're just hanging out, you know. Hanging out, getting drunk.
What? That's not true. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
I am. If you haven't seen, we are sponsored by Absolute
No,
Vodka.
we are not.
I am. I'm being paid by the hour to bring it up.
Ooh, are we
This is a
gonna talk about?
monetized stream. Wait, what other questions do we have? Wait,
How
Robert, what
does
do you mean? How to restart your life?
things help with anxiety?
Things to help with
Yeah.
anxiety? Oh, I don't think we've heard from Moonara. Moonara? I don't know if I'm saying that. A few days ago, I had a wild moment on
And then
Minecraft, Jimmy.
probably maybe. Oh my god, I'm
I
getting
don't know
tired
a lot
because I'm
about, so
8
I
years
kind of
old.
wanted to learn. I have my own skewed perspectives of politics, so I don't really involve myself with it. I
Yeah,
personally don't think that we have as much control as people. I'm not getting into this debate. Not today.
not today. I will gladly get in any debate about politics.
I once read
But
a quote that was like, I can't even remember it now. I'm gonna try to Google it. It spoke to me.
okay, let's see what else. What do you think about political activism, the need to be involved with changing legislator? I think it's super important. Um, Definitely something that I'm interested in. In Minnesota, 4 years ago now, we had the Vote No campaign, which was to vote no against the gay marriage ban. And I think that's probably like the start of when I started getting into politics because I believe in equality. So, um, I was there when they actually signed the bill, not the bill, not. I mean, we ended up getting marriage equality, and I was there when they signed that at the state
Did you cry?
house. Yeah, a little bit. I was there with like my best friend, and we were both affected by it, so
Yeah.
it was awesome. What are things to help with anxiety? I don't even know. I'm a mess half the time. Just kidding.
Drugs.
Don't stop. Don't advocate
I
that.
was about to say they do help, but temporarily. I think drugs are very useful to be used as a tool to get you through the worst of times, but you should never rely on drugs constantly. Like for example, if someone has like a disorder with panic attacks or something, like if they can take like a Xanax like when they really need it, that's fine, but like I feel like if they're taking it constantly to like prevent anxiety, then that's where the problem lies, because then they don't learn how to deal with it on their own. So it's kind of like you should really learn how to deal with it with your own mind rather than rely on external things, I think. That's just my
Like
opinion.
pharmaceuticals?
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
I just really
I
sorry, speak. Go.
no, I'm just saying I don't I semi agree, but at the same time some people literally need it otherwise they will like have panic attacks all the time or like
Oh no, like yeah,
be
mood stabilizing drugs, like yeah, like I wasn't talking about that specifically.
you meaning people abusing or what?
Yeah. Like I forget what my initial narrative was, but I just mean like well just like in terms of anything, like even like drinking, like people they come home after work and they're like
Oh,
stressed and like they just drink to
yeah.
like take the edge off or something, and it's like that's fine, but if you do that every day, which millions of people do, and a lot of them actually get liver damage from it. Like they don't realize that they're hurting themselves drinking every single day. They're like, "Oh, I only have like 4 drinks a night. Like that's fine." And it's not like whether
No.
you accept it or not, you're getting addicted, and it's ultimately bad for you. Anyway, that's what I was trying
True.
to say. I didn't mean to like say like don't take medication.
Well, that is kind of what it sounded like. And I was like, oh, what? This is
Sorry,
a
guys.
new
Do we have
idea.
new comments? You can deal with anxiety distancing yourself from whatever or whoever is causing. It's not universal, obviously, however. Yeah, I agree with that for the most part.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Some people have anxiety about the things that you can't escape on a day to day basis. So then it's obviously a little bit more difficult to try and, I guess, escape. But DBT is totally awesome. I really agree.
What's
These are
DBT?
good. Dialectical behavior therapy. It's basically like a thinking therapy in a way. It's a way to change your thoughts or the way that you process things and handle things. Because I actually went to DBT, group DBT. Oh gosh, like, oh man, 3 years ago or something like that after I'd gotten out of treatment. Night, you too. Same night. Yeah, yeah, Danielle has so many good ideas. So many ideas that are way better
Are you
than
saying
mine.
that it's just changing your thoughts?
It's changing the way that you think about things or the way that you handle things. Like, for example, or even talk about stuff. So, for example, if somebody in your house never takes out the trash, if you say you never take out the trash versus um, it seems like a lot of the time, or sometimes it seems like you are resistant to take out the trash. It's just changing the way that you speak and changing the way that you think into something more logical or coherent, I would say, in my opinion. But
I feel like I kind of like did that like the first few times that I saw, like I went to a psychologist that they basically said, once they heard all my crazy thoughts, they're like, you're thinking too much like of the future, and they said what ifs, like you're thinking in the what ifs. So they said you need to stop thinking forward about like hypotheticals that will probably never even happen, and just like focus, well, like
well, that's
Danielle says,
actually
focus on the now.
more like NLP, which is neuro linguistic
I've never heard of like these people have never
programming.
told me what they were called. They're just like, do this. I was like, okay.
No, that's. I mean, they are very similar, but they're not the same thing.
So what's
NLP
NLP?
is typically it stands for neuro linguistic programming, which is literally kind of like in a way rewiring your brain.
Without drugs.
Yeah, it's like DBT where you're changing your thoughts, I guess.
True.
So yes,
You gotta
yeah,
stop moving because it's really loud when you do that. It's like.
oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just. Oh. We have a new contributor, Alex Deegan. Addictive personality. Yeah, I believe in it. I've met tons of people with addictive personalities. I wouldn't consider myself to be someone who has an addictive personality. And I believe that because I just think very logically, and I think I have, for the most part, a very like strong-minded will. Like if I don't want to do something, I can easily not do it.
What? Then you wouldn't have an addictive personality.
I never said it. No, I said it. I don't.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you saying?
If I did say that, I apologize, but no, my whole pretty sure I said that's why I do not have an addictive personality.
I
Anyways.
mean, I would say that I don't know if I don't know how to answer this. On the concept of having an addictive personality, I don't know if I myself would say that I have an addictive personality just because I don't think that I'm as severe about some things as other people are, but there are definitely times I have found myself to be easily swayed, even if it's just like changing my opinion on something or like what I'm gonna eat at a restaurant. But I mean, obviously, I have I am an addict, but there's things I can do without becoming addicted to
So
that.
would we call that addictive tendencies rather than addictive personality?
Yeah, I think that that sounds right.
But
Tendencies.
then at that point, it just seems like so wishy-washy. It's just like, it's. I think it's just like everyone is so different. Like everybody's wired different in some special way. So like, it's very like vague to say someone has an addictive personality. Like, I don't know. Like everybody's different. Like, doesn't write it down, so I don't know what his idea is. You can crack addiction, basically. I don't know if I believe it. Like for someone like me, it's just like if I'm doing something that I enjoy, I can logically say like this will eventually lead to problems, therefore I will not. And then I find that I'll appreciate it more if I just space it out. Like I don't know. It's really easy for me to say, but like obviously not everyone can like convince themselves of that. So it's not, I don't know. It's not as easy as just saying it or like laying it out logically. It is for me, but it's not for other people.
Oh my god, I'm getting super sleepy.
No, we have 10 people who are relying us to entertain them all night till 6 a.m. We're doing it.
Oh my god.
Hannah's allergic to fun. Sorry, guys.
That's true.
Ah, my neck is so stiff. Jimmy, what's the thing?
That's the
Jimmy.
thing, though.
True. Why is it so hot in my room? Oh
Because I'm there.
my god. False.
Except I'm not. It looks like we're in two completely different like climates. Except we're both wearing tank tops. I have to blow my nose.
You have
I'm
the what?
sorry. I have to blow my nose.
Okay, guys, keep asking questions or throw us a topic. This is a pretty, I would say, successful first live stream. We've had a consistent 10 of you at least tuning in. So, thank you guys for being here. Jimmy has an idea. Alex Deegan, every time I try and either stop or decrease my drug use, I end up falling back into it no matter what I do. Would you say that's due to external factors, or is it more of like an internal?
Who are we asking, me or?
No, Alex. Just read what he said. Just read what he said.
Yeah,
It could be a she. Alex is pretty androgynous. I don't know. I'm not assuming your gender. I'm sorry.
not even androgynous. It just either way.
Alex. Alexandria. See? I was wrong to assume. That's the patriarchy ingrained in my mind. Take you away.